This man's movements are as fast as lightning. He can easily dodge bullets from enemies and single-handedly eliminate hundreds of mercenaries. The man's name is Minro. He was once the top ace assassin of an assassin group and was renowned in the assassin world under the codename Ghost. Dissatisfied with the organization secretly kidnapping children to train as assassins, he destroyed it in a rage. After leaving the organization, Ghost became a cashier in a remote fishing village, living an ordinary life with his adopted daughter. Ghost is surprisingly good to Xingzi, and the two often play and joke together, getting along like a biological father and daughter. Ghost deeply understands how hard it is to come by this peaceful life, so he usually resolves conflicts gently. Even when robbers come to the convenience store, he does not resist, obediently handing over money to let them leave. However, good times don't last long, and what was meant to come inevitably did. The former leader of the organization, Phantom, brought many assassins to seek revenge, determined to execute the traitor Ghost and erase the previous disgrace. This time, Phantom dispatched underlings such as Rong Yuan, the three top assassins, Fox and Hawk, along with many professional assassins. After issuing the assassination order, Phantom got up and left, followed closely by the same subordinate with a lollipop in his mouth. The clerk intended to ask for payment, but unexpectedly lost his life. Soon, the first wave of assassination commenced. On his way home after visiting his comrade Tongmu, Ghost suddenly sensed a murderous intent in the air. He immediately instructed Xingzi to go home alone, as he had something to deal with. With keen insight, Ghost quickly identified the assassin no chance to catch a breath. However, this was only the beginning of the assassination operation, with more assassins following in succession. That evening, Ghost and Kyoko were having a meal at a nearby bar. Suddenly, when he noticed the TV signal flickering, he understood that the people from the assassin group were approaching. So, after entrusting Kyoko to the care of the bar owner, Ghost decided to take the initiative, trying his best to prevent them from harming Kyoko. Quickly, Ghost walked alone into the dark alley.
Today, Ghost kills assassins while microwaving food. Just as the meal was ready and Ghost picked up the chopsticks, a survivor attempted to sneak attack from behind.
At the same time, Tongmu learned that the Phantom was in trouble, so he sent two brothers to assist the Phantom. The long-haired man is named Mike, a retired veteran. The short-haired one is called Little White, a passionate young man. They prepared guns and ammunition for Ghost, but Ghost prefers to use a dagger. Meanwhile, Phantom seemed to have anticipated the failure of the 3 waves of assassinations, because he understood Ghost's strength, so he sent out the final ace, Abyss. This person is Ghost's senior apprentice. They were taught by the same master. However, Abyss and Ghost's goals do not. Inconsistent, this person lacks a sense of good and evil, acting deceitfully and despicably. To force Ghost to comply, Phantom resorted to the vile method of kidnapping Sachiko. However, Ghost had anticipated all of this, deliberately relaxing to let Phantom abduct Sachiko, with the intention of using the tracker on Sachiko to find Phantom's old nest to completely eradicate the assassin group. In fact, Sachiko was one of the children almost trained to be killers by the Phantom organization. Ghost risked his life to save her and took her home to adopt her. The next day, Ghost, along with 2 subordinates, arrived at the forest. Phantom's hideout was hidden deep within this forest, with at least 100 top mercenaries lying in ambush. While they were only 3, the Ghost instructed Mike and Little Bai to circle to the mountaintop from the side to rescue people, while he took on the task of eliminating enemies one by one. Soon, the 3 split into 2 groups to advance. Mike and Little Bai started an attack from the side, working in perfect coordination, taking down several mercenaries in one go. Meanwhile, on the Ghost side, after dealing with 2 sentries, the battle officially began. He first fired a shot to attract the attention of a few mercenaries. As the enemy surrounded him, he pulled out a large slingshot, which drew the attention of several mercenaries. By the time the enemy reinforcements arrived, the ground was already covered with bodies. With battle-hardened combat experience and a ghostly presence that appears and vanishes without a trace, Ghost, like a god of death, effortlessly takes down enemy after enemy. Group of mercenaries. At the same time, Xiaobai and Mike also coordinated seamlessly. Ultimately, he was stabbed 3 times by the female mercenary and his throat was cut, leading to his death on the spot. On Ghost's side, a sniper locked onto him, but how could a bullet be faster than Ghost? With a gentle shake of his shoulder, he dodged the bullet, making the sniper break out in a cold sweat. He quickly closed in and came in front of Rong Yuan and Eagle, easily taking them out without any surprise. This moment, the female mercenary who had dealt with Xiaobai approached Ghost, thinking she could match him in skill. Unexpectedly, she was completely outclassed in the fight. The once fierce woman seemed weak like a baby at this moment. In a fit of rage, the fearless female mercenary pulled out the bomb on her body, intending to die together with Ghost, but was rendered powerless with a single punch. Arthur's skills were indeed extraordinary, and the two had similar martial arts techniques. They both used Jianghu boxing with great proficiency, sometimes fighting against each other, and sometimes fighting side by side to kill enemies. At this moment, well aware of Ghost's near invincibility, Abyss came prepared. He shot out the lights and vanished into the darkness. During the fight, the Honorable Ghost threw aside his claw knife as a gesture of respect. Abyss also discarded his weapon to face off, and both of them After Ghost fought through numerous obstacles, he finally encountered Phantom in an alley, but he was already exhausted and weary, not at all a match for Phantom. The older, the wiser, he sacrificed over 100 of his men just to exhaust Ghost. So, he used hypnosis to put Ghost to sleep, and just as the dagger was about to pierce his throat, Ghost suddenly dodged, instantly killing him and turning the tables. However, having been stabbed, Ghost collapsed from his severe injuries.